Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to show you something I got last week. This is the Fisher-Price Little People Sesame Street set from like the 70s. I got this at a flea market that I've gone to before, but it was kind of changed around this time. I wanted to get something because I like Sesame Street and I like the older version of the set more than the newer one. So this is something I picked up, and I've collected some Sesame Street figures and stuff before, and I wanted to give them a place to live. So this was kind of my best option. And it's also like a place that I can maybe use with some other things I might show later. Okay, so I will show you around the building now. So the playset can fold up, but I'm going to show you this way, I think. We're just going to ignore that. I'll show that stuff later. If we go over here, like I said, you can kind of switch it around. We'll do this, I think. So this is the Sesame Street apartment building. The street sign would be like somewhere right here, but that's an extra accessory. I really bought like the building part of it. So there's nothing inside or outside that isn't connected to the whole street part of it. So we have these steps which are unpainted. The little corner where the trash cans and stuff are. If you look up there, it says 1, 2, 3, and then there's the second floor. And on the top, if you can see it, I don't know if you'll be able to see it from here. Let me raise this up a little bit. If I raise it like this, and then hold that, yep. If I can flip it, I think I can. You won't be able to see it. Maybe if I zoom out. It says Fisher-Price Play Family up there. And then if we go down again, there's a sidewalk. And then we can go over here and make this into the corner again. I'm using this black piece of fabric to be the road of the set. And then I really like this, how it like neatly folded to the corner. There's this right here, and it helps fold it out. Then you can see the little corner of the between the buildings. You can see the little tire swing and the window and the shed and the steps up there to the door. There's some numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there 6? I only see 7. That's kind of weird. There's no 6. And then if you keep going around the corner, over here, wow, we have Hooper's store and the apartment. There's an apartment up here too. So we have the Hooper store sign, the awning, and this door. Both doors open. I just didn't say that before. The window. Yeah. And then there's a little door here which goes up the stairs, I believe, and then to the apartment up here. There's also some detailing on the side of the building, so I will show you that too. So here's the side of the building. They kind of just continued the street but put it on the other side. So we have Big Bird's original house and all his doors and stuff. And I guess those are like the boxes that Oscar would have been there. And then you can see over here on the bottom, there's the Fix-It shop And there's Louise inside there, and this little girl, and they're drawn in an art style. And then go up, you can see some other random kids up there. So I'll also show you the inside. So we can open it up, and then we can go over here first. So this is supposed to be Bert and Ernie's apartment. There's nothing inside, like I said. I didn't get any of the furniture, I just got the actual building itself. So there's nothing inside, but there's all the detail on the wall here. Let me turn you. There's Bert and Ernie, Children's Television Workshop. There's a board of some kind. Oh, it's Bert's bottle caps. That's nice. And then we can scoot on over here a bit more. We can turn. There's some detailing on this wall too. There's a pigeon, because Bert loves pigeons. And then look at that. There's their towels, I'm guessing, in their bathroom. And that is the top floor of the apartments. And then if we go down, we go down here, here's another apartment. Technically, this would be Gordon and Susan's apartment in the older version of the show, but now it's like Elmo's apartment. You can see the count. There's a clock. There is maybe a radio. I think it's a radio. No, it's a record player, I think. And we see some books, and there's a railing and some plants up over here. And then if we go on the other side over here, there's a refrigerator and a cabinet for the sink and the oven, and then some more cabinets, and then we see some pots and pans and another plant on top of the refrigerator. Then after that, where the back wall is, there is this chalkboard, and you can see the window to the bathroom of Ernie and Bert's apartment. And then over here, you can see there's the sun, and this painting of a bluebird on a brick wall, which I really like the detailing of. It reminds me of the first episode of Sesame Street with the really long straight set. But I'm pretty sure this is based off the curved one. So, okay, we're gonna look in the apartments over here. Well, that's Mr. Hooper's store. You gotta go up here, buddy. We're gonna go up here. So there's two windows. You can see that. If we turn, this isn't really anyone's apartment, I guess. Maybe it's Mr. Hooper's home sweet home, and a lamp, and a bedroom in this room, and a rug on the floor. And then over here, I guess it's Mr. Hooper's house, because there's a painting of Big Bird, and I think it says Mr. Hooper on it, or, well, it's probably spelled wrong, because Big Bird always messed up his name. There's a desk and an apron hangings, and then if we go down here, this is Mr. Hooper's store. The seating and everything would be right here, and you can see on this wall all the stuff that would be behind him, all the food and stuff. Cash register, and then on this side is the shelves with all the toys. I'm really happy with buying this. I think it's one of the most accurate depictions of the Sesame Street set, especially the older one. I wish they did something more to release like a detailed model of the set of some kind, because I think this is one that matches the most, like construction wise, and that is to a scale. Now I wanted to bring out some of the figures I already had to show you what I would be using to fill up the set. I don't have any of the actual little people figures, but I have these two sets of figures that I bought from Five Below, and I wish to talk about them next. So I have these little figures that have limited articulation, but I don't think that matters to me too much. To make like a clicking sound when you move their limbs. And I think it's kind of strange they did this like muted color scheme for them, but these are kind of just like variations of different figures, which I also show you. I decided I wanted to buy more to try and fill up the set now that I owned it. So the first two sets that I ever bought was Cookie Monster and Elmo, and then these versions of Bert and Ernie. So here's Bert, he's in like his little sweater vest and these gray pants. I dropped them, I'm sorry. These white shoes. They have a peg. I don't know if they ever actually sold play sets for these. I wish they did. And they click when you move their arms. They can sit down. And then there's Ernie. He's in a green sweater that says Sesame Street 1, 2, 3. And it's green all around. And he's like tan pants with black and white shoes. You can see. Yeah. So, those are the first figures I ever bought. And I'm pretty happy with them, even if they're kind of limited in what they can do. But now that I bought the playset, I wanted to buy more to fill out the neighborhood. So I'll show you the rest of them. I kept seeing like a big box pack of them. Like, I can count them right now. 6 characters in that box. And I think they sell other packs too, which have almost the same amount of characters but different characters. So I'll show you the pack I got. Like the characters that came in it, like Oscar, right over here, and Big Bird. And then we have Cookie Monster again. Elmo again. And then I got Abby and I got Rosita to fill out the neighborhood. The Elmo and the Cookie Monster are the same basically, except they're in their normal color schemes. On this one, Cookie Monster. Elmo's eyes kind of look really strange. It looks like he's looking up and it's like elongates his eyes or something. But on this one, he's just looking forward and I feel like his expression looks better. And yeah, same positioning, just red instead of like this muted red, pinkish color. So I'm going to move some of this stuff and I will show you in more detail about the figures. Alright, so I think I'm just going to walk through them one by one. All of them have decently the same articulation. The most different one I'd say is Oscar himself. So I'm going to zoom on him. There he is. So this is Oscar. He can't get out of the can. He's kind of stuck in here, but that's okay. He has the lid on top of his head, and instead of having movable arms and stuff like everyone else, he can pop up and down, which is kind of a fun thing to do. I kind of like it a bit. If I can do it right. He doesn't want to play with me. I like it because it reminds me of like a Christmas Eve on Sesame Street and like carrying him around. Yeah, I can't really place him in his little alcove, so I think I'm gonna put him like here, and he lives in the corner. Or I could put him in front, but I think I just like him over here, kind of hiding from everyone else. And then we have Big Bird. Big Bird, I like Big Bird a lot. I think Big Bird is one of my favorite Sesame Street characters. Just trying to show you better. Big Bird. He is, I'd say, one of the most wide figures part of the set. I think him and Cookie Monster share very similar, like, body type sculpts, I guess. He's not very tall. I think they're all kind of the same-ish height, which is a little disappointing. But I like him. Big Bird, and I'm probably going to put him next to the door on the apartment, right there. Just to get him out of the way, to show him off. We have Cookie Monster. He is the same as the other one. He's the same as the other one, but he's a more accurate, like, blue, darker blue. He's holding a cookie in his mouth. The cookie arm can move down, and so can the other one, and he can sit, but I feel like he doesn't sit very well. He's kind of always at an angle, instead of being up and down. And he can be in front of Mr. Hooper's. Next that I haven't shown you is Abby. It's kind of interesting for the next two because they weren't around in the show at this point. Oh, I dropped him. Her. Sorry, Abby. So she has flowers and stuff on her, but they're not painted, which is a little disappointing. I wish they painted them at least a little bit, like the white flowers on her hair. Yeah, simple. Her joints feel looser than everyone else's. When she sits, like her leg part feels very loose. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't really know where to put her because this is not really, feels like she doesn't have anywhere she belongs, but she still lives here, so she's okay. And then we have Rosita. Oh, I dropped her. This is Rosita. She feels the tallest. Her arms and her legs are very long. She's very spiky in a way for some reason. And as they did her eyelashes, feels a bit different from the puppet. She has long arms, and you can bend them around. She can sit down like everyone else. She's sitting. And yeah. She can go here for now. And then, like I was saying, we have Elmo. And Elmo is pretty much the same, except for his eyeballs. I really like the playset, like I was saying. And I think I should show you what it looks like with everyone inside. Alright. I thought it would be a good idea to end the video with a little tour of everything. also show you it from a better view, street view, I guess. So this is from going around the corner. The street sign would be somewhere here. I'll have to find a way to get myself on. We have Ernie and Big Bird. Big Bird is here because his house is right around the corner. And then if we keep going, then we have Oscar over here in the corner. Probably gonna say something mean to you, and if you look up, there's Bert, and he's probably telling Ernie to get inside because something is happening. And then if we keep going around the corner, we have Cookie Monster. I think I'm going to keep him in there. Even if he eats all the cookies, it'll be okay. And then if we look up, there's Elmo, and he's waving hello. I really like how they look when they poke their head through the windows. Even if they're kind of bigger than the actual playset, I think they match the sizing really well. And then if you go down here and you look at the door, we have Abby and Rosita, and they're probably chit-chatting it away. And yeah, I think that's going to be the end of the video. And I'm going to zoom out like this. My final thoughts on the playset. I really like the playset. Like I was saying, I really like these figures and how they fit into it. I think it's one of the most detailed depictions and size accurate versions of Sesame Street. And I'm really happy to own it. I would like to get a street sign at some point, and maybe some of the other figures. I know I really want to try to get a Bert and Ernie that are in their right sweaters, and not this one. And yeah, I think it's going to be really fun to take pictures of them on the set. And I'm really happy to make them happy and have a home to live. It's also a really good set, sizing-wise, I think, for calico critters, like the little animals. And I think they fit very well on this playset, too. My boyfriend was over, we were messing around with it, and I think they fit very well on this playset, too. Anyway, that's the end of the video for right now. Thank you for watching, and I will have another video soon. Goodbye. Have a nice day.